The one goal we got came 4 minutes into the second half. It had been after a bit of a shock as well beforehand with Randolph's phenomenal save. But Richard, talk to us, describe this Hendrick goal, and again you talk about players getting into the box as he did.
Yeah, and also players running down the channels. It was a pass down the line rather than a long ball down the line. It was a pass with finesse down the line, and we have a physically strong, quick striker who can get in behind the opposition. And probably 18 months ago, Jeff would have stopped about 10 yards outside the box just in case they broke. But he got there, and he also had the composure to do it. And we've seen that in 2016 in the Euros. He's a very, very talented player, and we want to see him in those attacking areas. And he showed tonight that he can finish when he gets the opportunity. And Stephen, actually, you were saying off air, you trained with Conor last year at Villa, and you've been hugely impressed with him and continue to be.
Very impressed. Just the way he goes about himself, he's very professional, but on the pitch he's been very good for Villa. He's been instrumental with them all season, had a lot of assists. I think he's got 6 goals in the league campaign, and they've been on good form, and a lot of it's been down to Conor and his performances. Great ball in the box, he's got an engine, and he has the ability to get forward and defend as well. So I think he's going to play a big part in this campaign for Mick. OK, you're going to talk us through the Gibraltar chances now. There's one here. Well, Randolph's save is astonishing. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I think we're talking about this in this game. We shouldn't really have to discuss this, but fantastic header, and how Randolph has got his hand out so quick and reacted to it is just a fantastic save. It's but again, disappointing from our point of view that we're in a position where a goalkeeper has to save us like this. This is just an opportunity. The player's gone through on goal, but again, like, we shouldn't really be giving these chances to an opposition that's as lowly as Gibraltar are. And this one, the left back drives forward, skips through a number of challenges, which is ridiculous that he's got that far up the pitch, but comes inside and to this man Walker, who has scored a very good goal for them against, I think, Armenia in the last campaign, and a deflected shot. Richard Keogh puts his body in the line to try and block it. But these opportunities, we shouldn't really be giving up against this. And like I said, Randolph coming off with that save has kept us in the game and given us the 3 points. So from this point of view, it's something that we have to work on. We can't give opportunities like this to better teams.
Do you think other nations, Richie, will struggle playing on that surface, potentially in that wind, in this qualification? Or will they just get beaten every time, Gibraltar?
I would assume Gibraltar will get beaten every time. Whether other teams struggle as much as we did, it's hard to tell. I mean, but for a lot of that game, we did struggle. Like, defensively at times, which we didn't expect beforehand. Look, this is the first game. It's not really confirmation of anything, because it's the first game. If this was something we were seeing again and again from Mick's team 4 or 5 games in, we'd be very, very concerned. So we're giving some bit of leeway because of that. But it was, like I said, there's lots of room to improve. But it's a 3 points. Which you know, we were sitting there hoping before the game we would be talking about 3 points plus a lot of other positives. I do think the source of the goal is a positive. You mentioned before about the need to get midfielders to break into the box and join up. That wasn't happening under O'Neill, even going back to previous managers beforehand. It's the instructions that I'm really looking forward to seeing. How does Mick send this team out on Tuesday? Whether 4-4-2 tells you nothing. It's like, what's he going to tell his full-backs to do? The central midfielders, like under Trapattoni, they weren't allowed move. Full-backs weren't allowed move. O'Neill's players just didn't seem to have much of an impact going forward. So what is he going to do now with this group ahead of Tuesday?
We'll come back to that point in a minute. So, Richard Dunn, a totally different test in front of our own fans. We're hoping for a full house on Tuesday, and massive areas of improvement for the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, there's loads of space to improve. I think if you compare the 2 games, tonight is a game where we were expecting to have much more possession of the ball, and that is a bit difficult for us because we're not creative, so it's tough to break people down. On Tuesday night, Georgia will keep the ball really well, and that may show a different side to us, and that may show, well, what are we going to do? We're going to sit back and let them play around us, or we're going to put a lot of pressure on them, be on the front foot and try and win the ball high up. And I think from seeing mixed teams before, that's what he'll want to do. He'll want to they can have the ball, but as soon as they get it, they know they're going to be in for a fight and make the Aviva a fortress again, make it tough. Nobody wants to play Ireland, and when they come here, they're going to be in for a game, and that's when the fans will interact and the whole place then could take off.
Here's hope.